Well, hey everybody, this is Cindy Bishop with Cindy Bishop Worldwide, and today we have Katalinas with Fairway Independent Mortgage, and she is going to do a great job on list reports. One of my favorite newer programs, because I'm old and we never had stuff like this. I think this would have saved me a lot of time. So it's really fantastic. But let me go over a few rules. Use the chat room for questions. I know Kelly doesn't mind if you interrupt, but if she's in a thought, don't forget your question, put it in the chat room. You can get to that chat room by clicking the chat icon at the bottom or under view options, depends on your view. And I'm going to be watching that like a hawk. So don't worry, it will not be ignored at all. Now, for those of you that don't already know Kelly, and I'm sure many of you do, she has been a mortgage loan officer for over 30 years. And during that time, she has become a very effective trainer. And especially for us, she does some very unusual things like conflict and handling objections and list reports. So we're very appreciative to have Kelly. She has very, very good customer service skills. She's just a very high quality person. And her educational approach is just really exemplary, in my opinion. Now, this is the really cool thing. I'm not the only one that thinks this. Kelly is the recipient of the 2021 Best Lender Professional Award by the Washingtonian Magazine. She gets about 90% or more referral business, and I am just so proud to introduce her.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. She's such a cheerleader for me. I need to call you every week, I think.
Yeah, but you're so good. I mean, you're so methodical and so accurate and careful, and it's just really easy. And that's what I like to surround myself with.
Well,
so, there you go.
Sincerely appreciate it, and welcome everybody. I truly appreciate being here with you today. It's a pleasure to bring a tool to you that I think one is very efficient for a real estate community. So let me just back up a little bit here. As Cindy mentioned, I've been a loan officer, producing loan officer and producing manager 35 years this year, and managing since 2005. So with that, there's a lot of interaction that we have with our real estate community. We understand sales, we understand service, but we also, in our businesses, must manage our time efficiently. So if in my approach in working with my realtors, I always try to think about how can we bring value to you, but not just value to you, efficient value to you and me at the same time. So one of the tools that I came across a couple of years ago was list reports. It is a tool that I pay for. And, you know, I partner with real estate agents that I believe can work this tool and work with me efficiently, obviously, to try to bring value to your business as well, right? I remember the days where I would get, 5 or 6 different agents calling me late Friday afternoon to say, can you put together some flyers for me for an open house this weekend? Or I need something for a lender for my listing presentation about what type of borrowers this property may attract. And that certainly is something we want to do. But when you think about your time and how you're managing your time, how much really can you get done late Friday afternoon without working through the night, to get it all out in time for an open on Saturday or Sunday or whatever. Well, the world is a lot more digital now. And there are marketing kits that are produced automatically once you have a paired agent. And that's something that List Reports does. So what I'm going to do next is kind of walk you through a tutorial about what List Reports does, and kind of show you some examples of ways you can use it. First and foremost, pairing with me does not cost you anything. We just basically pair you up, enroll you in it. And then once you have a listing or anything, whether it's a rental or it's a property, things are automatically done and delivered to you in some fashion. So we're going to walk you through kind of how it works. And I think you'll see value to it, and we can certainly stop and answer questions via the chat, et cetera, that Cindy will monitor. So what do agents get with list reports? And some of these slides are geared toward list reports, talking to loan officers and how we would present it to you. So some of this might feel a little bit like it's about convincing me to use list reports, but overall, I think you'll get the message as we go through. So here we go. So with list reports, you'll get a daily email. It'll come either via email or to your phone. And it's list reports each day. And that daily email can talk about articles that are pertinent to what's happening in the real estate community and industry right now, certain shareables that you can use if you want to put content out there. You can review it, cut and paste it, move it into your social media content. In the social media content area here, you'll get a notable quotable. So let's say you just want a graphic that you want to put out on social media. You'll have a few days worth of things to select from that might be pertinent to what you're working on right now. And you can literally click and paste and share it on social media. You do get some lead gen and nurturing. So if you've got some listings out there, anybody, kind of clicking on and following something about your listing might get routed back to you, especially if there's an individual code set up or rider to your signs with that individual agent code, it gets directed back to you as well. It does offer digital conferencing, much like Zoom. You can use the list reports platform for digital conferencing if you're trying to speak with customers, maybe doing virtual tours. So it has probably what you have already in that aspect, but that is offered through the list reports tool as well. But the key thing I really want to talk about is the marketing kits. I think this is the biggest value out of everything, all in one place. When you have a property that you want to market, whether it be a listing or it's a rental listing, whatever, you can use the marketing kits accordingly. And then there's always partner deals. There are some things that you can choose to pay for yourself, sign writers, postcards to your farm, things like that. If that's what you want to do, I have some real estate agents I work with that farm a particular area and they want postcards, and they use this to just generate those postcards, order them, have them delivered to them, and then they, send them out to their farm. So what we find is in a lot of brokerages now, there's a lot of a la carte services that they are offering, and maybe some things that they used to offer before they're not offering now. So this ends up being a little bit more cost savings to the agents that we partner with as well, not knowing necessarily which brokerages you might be working with, but it's something that you can look at and say, hey, maybe this is something I can enroll in instead and save some money on the other side. So lead generation and nurturing, again, it's, everything is designed to drive leads back to you. And the agents I work with, there's tools to engage a social network and appeal to clients on social media, obviously, and beyond, always a goal for us. There's list packs, which I'm going to show you examples of the listing packs. Homes near me, you can nurture leads and capture the attention of potential clients by instantly sharing a collection of curated, customizable listings on social media or directly with the buyers. Property searches, obviously, and just another tool. You can search and filter active listings to send to buyers, share them on social media, stay informed in the local market. So you can set preferences here to find the best matches for clients' needs. Again, I recognize you may have other tools in your arsenal from the companies that you work with, as well as things online, but you could take a look at this and see if this makes sense for you. And then time management. This to me is the biggest win with list reports. It is very specifically designed to clearly and concisely communicate what you need to know to help your business succeed, including, again, the social media content, the local market information, and it's tailored specifically to you and the listing you have to present. The daily report comes out via email to you each day. This is kind of an example of it here where you can see what's being sent to you. So you'll get some notables, and these are articles that you can share. You know, what might be pertinent, you're looking for content, okay? Or maybe you have a specific buyer or seller that this would be applicable to. It just is a value add to you to say, hey, by the way, we were just talking about this the other day. Here's an article that I thought you might find interesting. The shareable, right? All in one place. Maybe this is the graphic you need to put out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to share it to, just as, hey, I need to get something else 2 or twice a week. These are things that I find valuable, and they don't take a lot of your time. Writing your real estate playbook. Maybe this is, you know, just a video that you want to watch. Like maybe it's inspirational to you. Maybe it's got content to you that, again, you need something each day that, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and see what, you know, is out there in the real estate world that might be pertinent to me and what I'm doing. Maybe it's a featured speaker that you like to follow. And then your marketing kits. You'll always have a place where you can see what were the marketing kits for particular listings that you had. And then what are some of the list packs that, you know, you can literally curate those listings on social media or directly with your buyers. And then your market overview, right? Edit the market area you want. It might tell you, hey, for Fairfax, Virginia 22030, there are currently 30 new listings, 33 total listings. The median price is $856 and the average days on the market are 42, right? So you can literally enter your zip code or area that you want to monitor here and have that market overview for you daily, so you can kind of see what's out there. So I think it's pretty powerful, kind of an all-in-one place tool based on wherever you are in your marketing plan. As you work with your communities, with your buyers, with your sellers, you're going to be able to find active content that's relevant here and have something daily to look at that might work for you. And then again, as we talked about the shareables, they make it easy and delivered each day as part of that daily list report. Again, we obviously want to build client relationships. That's what everything is about, right? Regardless of how you might obtain your business, if you do 100% online lead generation, your approach might be a little different. But ultimately, you're going to look, however you get the lead, to establish some measure of relationship with that client that converts to business for you over the long term. Ultimately, that's how we all succeed over time, right? In building those relationships, regardless of how the relationship came to us, whether it was referral based or lead gen, it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, when you engage, you're looking for that long-term commitment from that buyer, seller, whomever they may be. The list report's live. Again, you can host and promote virtual events with easy to use video conferencing here. Again, I recognize you can use Zoom. We've all learned how to use Zoom. This was pretty much a big feature before Zoom became so big, but it's available to you there. And then there's always partner deals. So when we pair together and match up jointly, and you'll see a lot of the marketing kits will have my information on it and your information on it as well. But there will be things that list reports will put forward to you in the event there's something that, you know, may be appealing to you to enhance your marketing effort. And that would be totally on you if you want to engage in any of those deals that they offer to you. Agent activity, again, you're going to stay in the loop through our communications in the activity feed. And I'm going to show you an example of that as well. The daily list report email provides that quick snapshot of your paired agent action. So I see it and you see it, kind of what's going on. I get notified if there's a new listing that you have. And, you know, so that way we can follow up. Hey, is there anything else you need over and above what you've got here? Is there any customers you'd like us to speak to that might be coming to your open house? And there's ways and things that we can assist you with too, if you need some lender insight in your marketing kits that you put forward. Property listing marketing. And again, this is where I'm going to spend more time because I think this is the meat of the presentation. I think the other things are important and kind of you'll look at them and you'll use them as you need them. But this is really, to me, the meat of the transaction here. I'm sorry, presentation here. The marketing kits, right? 25 best in class digital marketing assets sent directly to your inbox within an hour of your new listing hitting the market. Your personalized branding automatically appears on each social share, every email, and every printed flyer. So it includes single property websites, just sold property websites, infographics, neighborhood reports, property flyers and reports, listing presentation, digital postcards, etc. And I'm going to get in and pull up one of our paired agents so you can kind of see what an actual kit looks like and, you know, kind of like touch and feel it a little bit here. Again, the text to lead capture. So these are kind of your own unique phone numbers and codes. We have riders that you can purchase from list reports if you want to attach them to the property, that by anybody who texts that code, you'll get it in your phone and you can call them back immediately to see what they're interested in for the property. And again, thanks to paired agents, automatically unlock access to powerful tools from list reports. And you'll see this all in the marketing kit, various photos, different pages, open house registration sheets, like a whole bunch of different tools. So I think, first, let me ask if there's anything in the chat or any questions, because I'm going to go in and show you what some of the marketing kits look like. Cindy, anything there? Okay, so I'm going to click over to a marketing kit and I'm going to go to, I think, this one. Okay, so can everybody see that okay? This is a marketing kit for a Springfield property. Lisa was the agent on this kit. And it says, welcome to your marketing kit. So you would be selecting your own photo here that would go on your materials. You would set up your page as you want it. You would include your unique website, your URL, etc. However you want to be represented, you can put it in there in your profile, okay? If I go down to the marketing kit, you'll see here are some of the deliverables in the kit. And I'm going to click on a few of them as we go. But there, if you have a unique website for the property, it would be here. If there was anything that was just sold, you know, and you want it adjusted for a just sold website, you can put that there. Open house flyer, promotional flyer. Infographics will be neighborhood infographics, and we're going to click on that. Open house sign-in sheet. You need to print out a sign-in sheet for people coming to the open house. You can do that. Property reports, postcards, and sign riders. Okay, so let me go up. I'm going to skip the website, but I'm going to go to, for example, the open house flyer. Okay, and click on that. I can't make this too big here, but when you look at this open house flyer, there are whatever pictures you put online or want to use for your open house, you can select them. List reports will pick some for you as they send you the deliverable. But if you end up going in and want to change those pictures, you absolutely can do it. So this is page 1. 4 bedroom, 2 bath. You can create all the dialogue in here about this property, whatever you want to say. You'll have a certain amount of space to write things about the property. It'll give your information and my information here. It'll give you information about what's around, right? What's convenient. Groceries are 0.8 miles away. Pharmacy is 1 mile away. Coffee is 1.3 miles away. So you'll have what's kind of around here: gym, medical, ATM, gas, etc. It'll also put schools in the area. And we know that sometimes it will deliver some schools, and you might have 2 or 3 schools assigned to a certain area. So you want to definitely check that, because it doesn't always know that that particular street might not be assigned to that school. So you will know your area better, and you can change that in there, but it will pick kind of a deliverable to send to you. You just want to double check the schools. And then the outdoor report, Laurel Hill Golf Club, where's the dog run, Burke Lake Park, what's close for the great outdoor activities that might be around there that might be interesting to a buyer. And then where are the nearest restaurants? What are the neighborhood categories by, type of food that they're interested in, and it will tell you what's nearby. So even if you create your own listing presentation, you want something else in there to show your seller, for example, like this is part of the package we present on your property. When people come to see the home, they can immediately see some of these things, so that anybody looking at the property has something concise to know about what's within a mile of the area or a few miles of the location of this home. So this gives you kind of what does the open house package kind of look like? 4 pages, printed out on a color printer, and you're good to go. Let me go into, when you go straight into a promotional flyer, okay? What does one flyer look like where you're just trying to put something on 2 pages? Again, you can pick and choose what you want to show. If you want to see what does the, you've seen you just want the infographics. You don't want any of the photos of the property. You just want the information about the neighborhood as a separate type of addition to your package. You can print just that and add it to anything that you want to include, or share it, online, or however you want to work that infographic. But I think that's pretty powerful. And then, definitely if you just need a promotional flyer, or you need an open house sign-in sheet, I don't want to think about this, but I want something to capture people coming. How did they hear about it? Do you have a realtor, etc.? Get their email, get their phone. Again, you can print that out and just use it, and it still always captures our information in there. So there's a lot that it can do for you, but it delivers it automatically. When you come down here to the photo gallery, this is the area where you can pick and choose the photos you want to capture for your materials. Yeah, okay, so you can put the photo gallery up, and you can say, I want a picture of the kitchen. It has a really great backyard, or I really want the master bedroom, or whatever it may be. You can pick and choose from that photo gallery that you put out there. So we know a lot of times you'll put that listing out there, and it will go out and it'll have 40 photos or 15 photos or 20 photos. List Reports is going to develop the marketing kit about what are typically most people want to see, and they're just going to dump it to you. But my point is, you can come in and hit this edit button and change those photos that you want in your report, and then reprint it, save it as a PDF, send it out, however you want to use it. So really, really powerful tool that you can play around with. And then you also can, List Reports offers many, many tutorials that you can sign up for, take yourself. It'll tell you how to customize things, edit things, whatever, really go into the how-to. I just am really a fan of this tool. I think it's helped build agent business. It's helped build client relationships. I think it elevates your presentation if you're not doing this already. And I know a lot of your real estate companies have very wonderful graphics and promotional materials. This isn't the end all be all, but if you think that there's any area that, you know, your current system might be lacking in, maybe this can fill a void for you in elevating your presentation. Any questions on this so far? Again, neighborhood report, sign writers, you know, postcards. I'll just kind of show something to you here. You can pick out postcards that you want to send. You can pick your pictures. You can have your code on them. This is what it looks like. And then it comes to you as a deliverable. Okay, to mail out. Any questions? Cindy, do you want to unmute?
I was just typing something in the chat room that says, now is the time to ask questions. But you have some real hard heads that you have on this. Tom's one of them, and Andy, and they're big fans of this. I mean, like, they're not fans. I know them. They're not fans of anything, and they think this is the greatest thing. Like, they use it exclusively.
Yeah, like I said, I think I have seen some really top-notch marketing materials from various real estate companies, and they do a wonderful job. You know, where we've seen a lot of increase in using list reports is some measure of just efficiency if you need something quick and you need some immediate control over the content fast. You know, we've got something delivered. Okay, I like it, but I want to make 2 changes on the photos. Let me go in quickly, change the photos, and that way I have something to print out. I just think marrying that up in the kit with some of the shareables and the tools, most of us struggle with time management. I really think the approach of this is the time management piece. How do we be efficient? How do we have something that we put out each day that, you know, is of benefit and of value, right? We always just want to be focused on how do we bring value? How do we bring content? How do we get our name out there? But also do it methodically, consistently, and make sure that our face and our names are in front of our sphere of influence all the time, you know. And as you get busier and busier, your time needs to get more efficient. So this was just one of the tools that we felt really did bring some value.
Well, it is very efficient, you know, and we don't have a lot of time. And if we're always running around like a chicken with its head cut off, we can't get everything done. And this kind of is a one-stop shop. And the pieces are very, very, very high quality. You know? Yeah,
it is. It is. And so, like I said, if you're interested in partnering on this, just send me an email. I'll do a follow-up, obviously, after the class to everybody attending, and you'll have my email information, etc. And then if you're interested, I will go in and you will get an invite from me. I'll find you. It's very important that I have the correct spelling of your name. Not like I'm known as, like, what is your name on your license? Because that's how it pulls. And your real estate company too, because sometimes, like, if your last name is Smith, we have a lot of same name people, and we want to be sure we have the right one. So we definitely want your name. We definitely want the real estate company that you're partnered with, and then we'll find you to be sure that the invite goes out correctly to you.
Now, if couple of people have asked for your contact information.
Sure.
But you're going to get right back to them.
I will,
If I
yes,
give you the
but
list, and I'll tell you who was on so you know, and then we'll
yes,
send it to
yes.
everybody. Okay.
Yeah, but I can type in the chat too. Let me just get in. This is my email address.
And you're right about that. It feels like everything's in one place. That's what I like. Like I have a
Right.
registration system that I worked hard to find. It's all in one place. And then I have this other thing called the website where I have to enter those things after I put them in. If I
Right,
want to make a change or if I want to do something more creative, it's all in one place.
right.
I have found over the years, licensed in 88, that and when we used to do things, making sure the tape marks weren't showing up on the copy machine. I mean, it was crazy. It was so inefficient. You couldn't have been more inefficient if you worked hard at making sure you were inefficient. So, but we didn't have tools. And as things got better and better, of course, I evolved right with them. But we didn't have this. We still
Right.
had to go into too many places. And this is very efficient and very well done and very easy to use.
It is easy to use. I think try it. You might like it. I've had agents spend a lot of time working with it, and then once they just kind of play around with it, they're like, oh my God, it's fast and it's easy. And like I said, sometimes it's not even the whole thing, it's just pieces of it. Some people really have their marketing presentations down and they love what they currently have, and that's great. But are you out doing something on social media, sharing articles? Are you out sharing, like graphics? There's got to be something. Like everybody's got to get into video. We know that. We've been saying that. Let me give you an example. Like, you might record your video and share it with a notable or share it with an article. But like last week, I did a 2-minute video that I sent out to my closed customer database. And it was just, an update on some things that have changed in the second home and investment arena, which have been very restrictive during COVID the last 18 months. And sent that out to my database, had it rendered, 2 minutes, went out to the database. I got 5, hey, I'm thinking about contacts just from that 2-minute video, along with the graphic about second homes or whatever. So when you're thinking about a graphic that's coming at you, if that notable is important, pair it up with a 2-minute video and get it out. If it's a 1-minute video, get it out, keep it short. But that was one of the highest responses from an email that I got by pairing with a graphic to our database. And, we're all learning too. We're all trying everything to see what works, what captivates, what intrigues. And that's where I think some things each of us struggle, like, okay, what resonates right now? What's relevant right now? And it's going to be that graphic, but it's going to be that graphic perhaps married with a video or an article or something. People click on videos. We all know that. It's just a question of how are we getting that message out there?
And making sure they're short. Nobody ever gets tired of education.
Correct.
And, that's how I built my business. It was valuable. Now, in those days, we didn't have Zoom.
Right.
So every single week of my life, I would be at the local fair, I don't know, some hotel in their breakfast room. And I would use Craigslist and whatever else was available to invite people. And I always had 10, 15, 20 people. And, I was educating them on REOs and HUD, all my areas of specialty. And, I spent my entire weekend literally with appointments every 2 hours writing up contracts.
Right.
Let me tell you what, it works. It works. It works. It works. This just makes it a lot easier.
Well, and I think, as we talk about building our brand, building our marketing, that's really been changing. Those of us that have done this a long time, when a fax machine, when we started, it was like, oh my God, what are you talking about? I put it in here and it comes out there, like, wow. You trying to be relevant, but also you're not going to be efficient on every tool. And like for me, I needed to identify those areas where I needed to achieve efficiencies, but also, build relevancy, in the market and how people want to see information right now. And this is just one of those tools. This is just one that I felt so many times we don't have control over a tool and it goes out and we're like, yes, it looks good. But if I had the ability to change this or that, it would have been a little bit more me or unique to me. That's what I like about this. Like if I have a little bit more control over what it says and how it identifies or reflects me, that's what I like about this, and that you have some customizable ability with it. So I really do hope it will help you. Anything else?
Okay, I think we're good. And they know how to get a hold of you now, and you'll follow up with them anyway. But don't wait until you need it. Get set up now. That's another efficient tool.
Right.
But I think this is a phenomenal. There's not a lot of things I like because I find most agents don't use it. So I like this, and I like our membership site because I think that those are efficient uses of time.
Right.
And that's pretty much it, so all right, well, Kelly, thank you very much, and I will get you the updated list of who actually attended so that you
absolutely
can
I hope you enjoy it. I thank you so much for your time today.
Bye guys, take care.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes.